You know what sucks? So I'm in my late 30s, right? And I spent my whole teenage years trying to grow up. And then I spent my 20s in bad relationships and having children. And it's cool because now I finally figured out who the I am. But I'm in the body of a 40-year-old. And I feel like a 15-year-old. Like, look at how I'm dressed right now. I have boy shorts on, fucking a hoodie with a beanie. Like I don't give a. I want and chain bracelets and Converse and like I'm a teenage boy, man. So when you guys like figure out how to switch bodies, just let me know. Okay, thanks. Bye.
Women are absolute terrible judges of character, especially when they're young. They will overlook tons of red flags and will call you the M-word if you offer them the suggestion that maybe they should reevaluate the traits they're looking for in a partner.
Any of the rest of you out here trying to date? Because it's like fucking Jumanji. I don't even know what's going on. You roll the dice, you don't know what you're gonna get. Is it gonna be a disaster? Probably.
I think men are pretty straightforward about what they want in dating. They're direct and they say what they mean for the most part. I think where this is coming from is this one probably has no person filter and just has poor boundaries in general, which is probably why the frequency of the unpredictable types is high for her. You should be able to buffer those people out fairly easily.
I feel like a lot of us post in our Instagram stories, so a certain person will watch it. It's a really great feeling when you stop posting for that toxic person and you start looking for this name of a new person that you're like excited about that has potential.
I don't understand why women are so opposed to making the first move in dating. If you're such a strong and independent woman that can do all the things a man can do, why is it you can't DM a guy first? Instead of doing that, they'd rather sit around until they're old and gray waiting on Todd from the gym to text them.
Dating at 50. I'm dating because I'm looking for a partner. I'm looking for someone who wants to share my life with me.
It's not like you have your whole life ahead of you at 50. No shade on older gentlemen, but come on, lady.
And sharing a life includes adventures, fun times, intimacy, as well as, the harder times. Taking care of people that we love, building a home, bills.
How much do you think she'll actually contribute to those things? The bills and building a home. It seems like the older women get, the more they're willing to pay for things. And by pay for things, I mean she pays for a couple things at the start of the relationship, then pulls a bait and switch tactic on you. The more she ages, the longer she'll maintain the bait period when attempting to convince you that she's okay with financially contributing long term.
Other things. And I don't want to spend a lot of time and investment on someone who's not looking for a partner.
I don't want to spend a lot of my time working just so you can invest in your filler.
So how do we avoid that?
Settle down before you're 50.
Hello. I've actually gotten this comment quite often. Thank you. Let me tell you, I actually have no problem getting asked out on a first date. Dare I say, excel in getting asked out on a first date. My downfall, however, is getting asked out after the first date. Thank you.
It's always hilarious when these chicks get flooded with messages from potential suitors and then it inflates their egos to these absurd proportions. Then they go on a date with a guy and the guy realizes she has a whack personality and just in general is unpleasant, then ghosts her because he realizes she's not worth it.
So my experience in the dating world, I think, is a little bit different from other people's, okay? Because my looks get me far enough to get asked out on a first date, okay? But then my personality interferes, and then I don't get asked out on a second date, which is, I love that so much for me. And you might be wondering, wow, what's wrong with you?
I was actually trying to figure out what isn't wrong with you.
But I think what we should be asking ourselves here is, what isn't wrong with me? And it's actually funny because when I was younger, I thought I was single and wasn't getting asked out because of my looks and not my personality, but turns out people just hate me. It's really humbling when people hate you for you. Thank you for your comment.
Do you guys remember those carnivals as a kid where they'll have a house of mirrors that will distort your image in a variety of different ways between the mirrors? Dating these chicks is kind of like that. Some of you guys might be thinking that this chick seemed pretty normal to you, but, I bet if you did even a little bit of digging, you'd quickly realize that the face value of this girl isn't what it seems. You're seeing some kind of, distortion, kind of like in that carnival mirror, except in this case, the original image is the interpersonally unattractive one.
Huge news. I stopped myself from sending a meme to a man who would not blink if I fell on the train tracks. More at 11.
Imagine the amount of guys this girl has probably decided to date that treat her like recycled goods. And here's the thing, man, she likes that.
So I've decided that even though I'm married, I don't want to let my toxic dark arts go to waste. So I'm just here to impart some gifts to my girlies who are still out in these streets. So, your boyfriend's broken up with you. First of all, what is he thinking?
Do you see how women just automatically side with one another regardless of the situation or regardless of who was actually wrong? Maybe he had a clear and lucid moment where he realized that that chick he's dating isn't doing anything for him but causing problems.
So, what you're going to do, as you're packing up all his stuff and putting it in a box to the left, you're going to go to a charity shop, Goodwill, whatever.
Goodwill.
And you're going to buy a hoodie. One size bigger than he usually wears. Extra points, spray it with some aftershave or cologne of a different scent he wears. And then you're going to take that hoodie and you're going to put it in the box with the rest of his stuff. And you're just going to hand it back to him and say absolutely nothing. Then when he texts you and asks you about whose hoodie this is, you're going to say nothing. You're going to avoid the question. Every time. Every time. Sorry, I was very, very toxic. You are all very lucky I'm married now.
What kind of sadistic psychopathic behavior is this, man? It looks like this chick is feeling like a sense of nostalgia, missing the days where she was probably pulling crap like this every time her and her current partner got into it. Anyways, guys, that's all I have for you for today. Please be sure to hit the like button and comment. If you haven't already, please subscribe. It's your boy Sasori. Peace.